Hi folks, I'm Jessica, one of the assistant directors of the Grennan Center for the Arts. And today I'm going to walk you through the steps of how to purchase your tickets online. Now, don't get me wrong, we still want you to call the ticket office if you need assistance. The ticket office is open Mondays through Fridays from noon to 5 p.m. and 90 minutes prior to a show time at the time I'm recording this video. But there's times when our staff isn't available. And so we want to show you the easy way to purchase your tickets online. It's simple once you know how to do it. So sit back, pay attention, and I'm going to walk you through the steps. And like I said, our ticket staff is available if you need further assistance. All right, so let's go ahead and start our walkthrough. The first thing you're going to want to do is open up your web browser. That might be Google Chrome or Firefox. We recommend that you don't use Internet Explorer, and in fact, if you use an older or out-of-date web browser, you might experience some issues purchasing tickets online. So we recommend Google Chrome or Firefox, and just make sure that whichever one you use is up to date so that you can get the best experience possible. So I'm using Google Chrome and I'm on google.com. I don't need to search for the show because I know the website that I'm going to. So we're going to go up here to our address bar, which is where you can type in a web address. And we're going to type www.grennancenter.org and hit enter. And this will bring up grennancenter.org. So as you can see, we advertise the most upcoming events on our homepage, things that will be happening within the next couple weeks. If you scroll down to the bottom of our website, down in the footer section, this blue bar, right here in the middle is icons where you can join our mailing list and also social media icons to get directly to our social media profiles. But for right now, we're going to scroll up and stay on the top of the page where you see these words in the top, which are the menu. I'm highlighting over them with my mouse right now. And the one that we're going to click on is the first one on the list that says upcoming events. I've got it highlighted right now on my screen. Now, if you're looking for a particular series or type of program, you're welcome to select one of these subcategories. But the best way to see everything that we have coming up is just to click on the words upcoming events themselves. So let's go ahead and do that. And you can see your page refreshes, and now you have a nice photo listing of all the events that are coming up at the Grennan Center for the Arts. If you scroll down, you'll see that there's a lot of different types of events. Some are virtual, some are general admission, some are in person. But we're going to go ahead and walk you through the 3 most common types of events that you might want to purchase tickets for. So let's go ahead and say that we want to get a ticket for Doris Kearns Goodwin. So you can see her over here on the left-hand side of your screen. She's on October 6th at 6:30 p.m. You can either click on her image or you can click on her name, which I'm highlighting at the moment. Let's go ahead and click on her image. And her info page will open up. If you scroll down, all of our shows will have information about the artist or speaker listed below. In this case, it's her biography. And at the bottom of the page, right before the related events section, there's a couple icons, which I'm highlighting over right now. It says share this. And if you're really excited about an upcoming show, if you go ahead and click one of those icons, you can share the show to your Facebook or Twitter page, so that way your friends and family can know about this great event you're about to attend. But if we scroll back up to the top of the page, at the moment, on the right-hand side, you'll see a blue button that says Buy Tickets. I'm highlighting over it right now. This button will take you into our ticketing site, so let's go ahead and click on that. All right, so now you've entered our ticketing portal. The event name will be at the top of the page, followed by the date and time. Underneath that, you're going to see 2 things. On the left-hand side, you're going to see some information about this event. In this case, it's a note about buying seats in socially distanced pods, the ticket price, and the times the doors will open to the theater. On the right-hand side, you'll see the price of the show. In this case, Seats down in the orchestra section, the light blue dots, are $35. And the seats up in the mezzanine, the dark blue dots, are $25. And below all that, you're going to see the seat map. A quick note if you're doing this on mobile. Things will be a little more condensed and in one single column. So you might not see this over on the right-hand side, the key and the add items. Those might be above or below your seat map. So taking a look at this seat map, this show has been quite popular. I'd like to buy 2 tickets, one for myself and one for my spouse. The stage is down at the bottom of the screen, the word stage and the black arrow. So keep in mind when looking at this map that everything that's on the right-hand side of the screen is actually on the left-hand side of the theater, and vice versa, because the stage is at the bottom of the map. So I'm going to go ahead and buy the closest available 2 seats, which in this case are going to be in row H. And if I look over at the right-hand side of my seating map, there's 2 seats, which I'm highlighting over at the moment. So keep in mind, they're on the right-hand side of my map, so these are going to be in orchestra left. I'm going to go ahead and click on each of these seats with my mouse, and you'll see that they'll turn from a light blue to a green color. Green means go. So once this second seat gets added to my map cart, I'm going to scroll back up, and over here on the right-hand side, you'll see a summary of the tickets that I have in my cart. If everything looks good, we're going to go ahead and click next. If for some reason you don't want those seats or you want to buy additional seats, you can go ahead and click them again to turn them off, and they'll be taken out of your cart. But in this case, those are the best available, so those are the seats I'm going to purchase. So I'm going to put them back in my cart by clicking on them again, and then I'm going to hit next. So on this delivery page, you'll see a summary of the tickets in my cart. I can even click on See Details to expand it out, and Hide Details to shrink it back up. But I want to add another show to my cart before I check out. So up at the top right-hand side of the screen, you're going to see a couple options. You're going to see your cart with a countdown timer, and you're going to see the word Events. Go ahead and click on the word Events. And this will bring you back to see additional shows available for purchase. So let's say I want to see another show. And in this case, Sentimental Journey Big Band. So let's go ahead and click on that. And this is part of our Jazz on a Sunday Afternoon series. So I'm going to go ahead and look over on the right-hand side to see what options are available. I can come see them in person on Sunday, October 17th at 3:00 p.m. Or I can purchase a live stream and watch the live performance from the comfort of my home. But I think I want to bring my parents to this show, so I'm going to go ahead and click the Buy button under the actual date of the show. And that's going to bring up our seat map selection page. So again, the title of the event's at the top. Below that on the left-hand side is information about the event, which I encourage you to read that for each individual show because it can change. And on the right-hand side is the key. But notice how this one, the blue dot, says $20 to $24. That's because we have $24 tickets for adults and $20 tickets for seniors. So let's scroll down to the map. And as I mentioned, I want to buy 4 tickets because I want to bring my parents to this show. So knowing my dad likes to be close to the aisle, I'm going to go ahead and look at these orchestra center section. And there's 4 seats right here on the aisle in row G. So I'm going to go ahead and use my mouse to click these 4 tickets and put them in my cart. Give it just a moment as the system updates. And you'll notice how those seats turn green once I get them in my cart. But my parents are seniors, so we want to go ahead and change their ticket price level. Over on the right-hand side, and remember, if you're doing this on mobile, it might be above or below the seat map. But on a desktop, over on the right-hand side, you'll see the 4 tickets for this show. I want 2 of them to be the senior rate. So this word change here under each ticket, I'm going to go ahead and select that. And it's going to give me the option of using a drop-down menu to change from adult to senior. And if you give it a moment, you'll see that price change from $24 to $20. I'm going to go ahead and repeat that for the seat for my mom. And then I'm going to click Next to add these tickets back to my cart. So I'm back on the delivery page, and you can see that I've got the 2 events in my cart, and I can expand out once again to see the details of my seats. But there's one more show that I want to see. So let's go ahead and click that Events button up at the top of the screen one more time. I'm going to scroll down, and in this case, I'd like to add the Honey Dewdrops to my cart. They're on Friday, October 29th, so I'm going to click Buy. And this event takes place in the GMAO Prima Studio Theater, and it's general admission. This will also be the case for any of the repertory theater shows that take place in the Black Box. We sell those as general admission, meaning there's no assigned seats. So I'm going to go ahead and let's say that both my spouse and my parents are going to come to this show as well. So I'm going to put 2 adult tickets in the cart and 2 senior tickets in my cart. And then over on the right-hand side where the word Add has appeared, we're going to add those to my cart by clicking the button. Once that refreshes and puts the tickets in my cart, I'm going to go ahead and click Next. And now I've got the 3 shows that I'm looking to purchase in my cart. A note about general admission events. If you're purchasing a live stream event, meaning that you're going to watch a show at your home on your computer, that's going to be the same as purchasing a general admission ticket, the same process. So here's where you're going to select delivery. At the time of recording this video, we're offering you 2 options. We can email you your tickets, which will send you a PDF document that you can print out and bring with you, or you can show us the PDF ticket on your smartphone, or we'll hold the tickets at will call. We may re-implement the ship method in the future, but at this time we're not offering shipping. So if you want to select between email and will call, you're going to use this drop down right down here at the bottom. And let's say I don't want you to email me these tickets. I'll pick them up before the show. So I'm going to select will call. And I'm going to go ahead and change that option. And then I'm going to hit next. Here's where, if you are able and willing, you can make a donation to the Grunin Center for the Arts. All donations go to support us offering transformative arts experiences to the Jersey Shore. So if you're willing or able, you can go ahead and put an amount in here. If you leave it blank, no additional donation will be added. You don't have to click anything if you're not able to make a donation at this time. And hit next. And here's the field where we need you to populate all your information. So we're going to put in Susie Smith, who lives at 123 Any Street in Anytown, New Jersey. And we're going to put in a phone number. And an email address. And just confirm that email address for us. Now, this checkbox is important. If you'd like to receive future emails from the Grunin Center letting you know about upcoming events, special projects, discounts, go ahead and click that button. That way we know you want to receive emails from us. And how did you hear about this show? Some of you get our emails and our brochures, follow us on Facebook, so there might be more than one answer, but pick the most relevant one. So let's say you recently got emailed our upcoming brochure. If you need any special seating requests or want to let us know, my mother has a walker, so that we know that we can anticipate storing that in the back of the theater during the show, that's a great place to put that information. And then we're going to hit next. And then on the last page is where you're going to enter in your credit card information. And the expiration date on your card and the security code. Now, this is obviously not a real credit card number, so when I hit submit, nothing's going to happen. But this is the part where you can review all your information. We do add a $2 ticket fee, which is listed under our terms and conditions at the bottom of the field, to each ticket purchased. So your total today would come to $252, and you would go ahead and hit the submit button. I'm not going to click it because nothing's going to happen. But what will happen is within the next 5 to 10 minutes, you're going to get an email confirmation. Let's take a look at what that looks like. All right, so this is what your order confirmation email is going to look like. In this case, it indicates that my tickets will be waiting for me at the box office because I selected will call. So you'll see your confirmation will be below with your contact information, your payment summary, and then there'll be a grid that shows the summary of your tickets. This is an old confirmation order from tickets that I actually purchased a few years ago. The price, the ticket fee, which at the time was $3, and the summary and the total. So this serves as your receipt as well as your order confirmation. If you have your tickets emailed to you, there will be an attachment on this email, which is a PDF file. And that PDF file is what you're going to want to open up and print and bring with you to the show. Or that PDF file is what you're going to want to show us on your smartphone so that we can scan you in when you get to the event. And there you have it. That's as easy as it is to purchase tickets online. Purchasing tickets online is available 24 hours, 7 days a week, and is an easy way for you to be able to select the seat you want and view it on the seating map. And as I said, if you ever have any questions, don't hesitate to call our ticket office during open hours. Thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you at an upcoming event at the Grennon Center for the Arts.